Friends, family, breast chest feeding advocates, gather around. The Breastfeed LA 28th Gala is about to begin.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Breastfeed LA's 28th Annual Gala. My name is Amanda Butler, and this is my lovely co-host this afternoon, Akilah.
Hi, welcome. I'm Akilah Russell, and we're so excited to be here with you all. 28 years. Can you believe it?
No.
Breastfeed LA has been around since 1994. Oh, the 90s. I think I might have been a breastfeeding child during that time myself. Well, maybe not exactly, but I was born somewhere in the 1900s, so close enough.
Can you imagine trying to do this virtual gala in the 90s?
No.
With AOL dial-up?
What's dial-up?
It's vintage. Look it up. So glad we're here now in 2022 with you awesome folks. And with you, Akilah.
Thank you.
Akilah is an international board-certified lactation consultant, a Breastfeed LA board member, and she works at Antelope Valley's Medical Center WIC program just tell them, Akilah.
My title is Designated Breastfeeding Expert, but it's nowhere near as cool as your fancy new title, Amanda. Mom of two. Congratulations on sweet baby Franklin. How's breastfeeding going, by the way?
Oh, thank you. He's such a cutie. Breastfeeding is going wonderfully. He and I make a good team. Teamwork makes the dream work.
It does.
And I think we have a pretty dream team here at Breastfeed LA. I was really fired up to be advocating for paid family leave laws after my own leave ended, and grateful for the ongoing support of our teammates here at Breastfeed LA.
100%. This year's gala theme is Support the Work, Uplift Each Other. And I'm so happy we get to shine some much-deserved light on three of Breastfeed LA's own dream team, my colleagues and friends, Hannah Hallowell, Jennifer Roberson, and Cindy Young. I mean, can we just take a moment?
For sure. Let's get into it. Let's get this show started.
We have been excitedly waiting for this day. At Breastfeed LA, we love to be in community, and we know because you're connected with us, you do too. When you share this event, please use hashtag BFLA2022. Sharing is caring, so please share. And please remember to visit our silent auction and snap up those Disneyland tickets. They're expensive, or a fabulous getaway vacation.
I want those all. We'd like to thank our generous event supporters. First, our event patrons, HealthNet and Mother's Milk Bank of San Jose. Thank you. Then we'd like to thank our friend sponsors, Antelope Valley Medical Center,
Whoop whoop,
Ergo Baby, Adventist Health White Memorial, First 5 LA, Martin Luther King Jr. Community Hospital, PIH Health, PHFE WIC, and Northeast Valley Health Corporation.
And thank you to our event supporters, Dignity Health Glendale Memorial Hospital, City of Long Beach WIC, and South Los Angeles Health Projects. Now come with us on a little journey over to Lincoln Heights, where we'll meet the first of 3 Breastfeed LA baby cafes.
Hello, my name is Cristina Carlos, co-founder and director of New Familia Health Support Services. I'm a second-generation Mexican-American, identify as Chicana, and my family has 100% roots in East Los Angeles, making me a very proud Angelino. About my breastfeeding journey, I breastfed both my children for 2 years. I've also been attending seminars through Breastfeed LA as long as I can remember since I earned my lactation educator certificate in 2001. I am not only grateful to Breastfeed LA for providing amazing continuing education opportunities over the last 20 years, but also for inspiring and motivating me to continue on this path as a lactation care professional, furthering my lifelong career in public and women's health. Breastfeed LA's lactation program inspired our team at New Familia to respond to the needs of our mothers, who are frequently women of color and often do not have access to breastfeeding education and lactation support. And in 2020, with the onset of COVID-19 pandemic, it became clear that our community needed us more than ever. We had to do something. So we launched a breastfeeding support group through New Familia. And in reaction to the pandemic, we were encouraged to mobilize with our newly acquired knowledge and abilities. We launched a breastfeeding support group at the Chi Chi Lounge in partnership with Breastfeed LA. This was a wonderful opportunity to provide free lactation support to our community while also mentoring future BIPOC lactation consultants in a culturally congruent way. It's been such an honor to have Breastfeed LA scholarship recipients and clinical director in our New Familia community. Scholarship recipients Yoelitzli and Natalie Rojas have facilitated our baby cafes and in-person lactation clinics, and they are a powerful part of the New Familia and Breastfeed LA story. Community care by community members. It's for us, from us, and that is so necessary and so powerful. So I welcome you with open arms and open heart to New Familia. And I'd like to introduce Natalie, an amazing support group facilitator, birth worker, future IBCLC, and midwife, and my chichi comadre.
Hi, my name is Natalie, currently residing in Tongvalan, known as Los Angeles. I am a mother and a partner. I am a daughter of immigrants, a full-spectrum traditional birth worker, certified lactation educator, IVF nurse, student IBCLC, and student midwife. My journey with breastfeeding was short. I had my son at the age of 16, so I lacked that education and knowledge at the time, which led me into a 3-month breastfeeding journey with my son. As an adolescent mother, I encountered the struggles, the ups and the downs of motherhood, and it was really tough. At that time, I didn't realize that all these things happened for me and not to me. All the things experienced in becoming a mother at such a young age made me the birth worker that I am today. My intention is to be there for folks in such a tender, transformational time in their lives. My motivation is to be the resource that I didn't have. Breastfeed LA has been such a gift and blessing in my life. I came across Breastfeed LA while I was looking for a course to take to get started on my journey towards becoming a board-certified lactation consultant. I signed up in 2020, and I've been blessed to be a part of Breastfeed LA since then. Currently, I'm about 200 hours away from completing my clinical hours. I'm actively working with dyads at New Familia, a family community center in Lincoln Heights, where we offer free lactation in person or virtual. I'm also just getting started with my midwifery journey for my Bachelor's of Science in Midwifery. Because of Breastfeed LA, I've been able to work in local community clinics, being a service to dyads on their breast, chest, body feeding journey. I have so many new friendships throughout my lactation education cohort and such a strong community support. And because of Breastfeed LA, I get to sit for my lactation consultant board exam in the fall of 2023. Breastfeed LA, and especially the clinical director, Hannah Halliwell, will always hold a special place in my heart because I've gained so much from being part of this community. As Hannah's teaching assistant, I've had the unique pleasure of being there for every class session, which she packs with rich, nourishing conversations and topics with our Los Angeles community and across the country. I've learned so much from my mentor, Hannah, who supported me in so many ways to get to this point.
I love that. So much good coming from being in community. It's so beautiful. And I love the term chi-chi. I love hearing how different cultures and people talk about breast and chest feeding. Like in my family, we call it ninnies.
We call it milky time or lechita time.
Ooh.
And our next baby cafe is rooted in Filipino culture, so it's called Dede Diner. Dede means breastfeeding in Tagalog. Let's meet Dede Diner facilitators Catherine Conchata and Lynette Bello.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lynette Bello. I'm a board-certified lactation consultant. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and a Filipino-American. As a breastfeeding mother and an advocate for lactation for about 15 years, I've always felt a sense of duty to help advocate, collaborate, and connect with my community. So whether that be families that are typically underrepresented or just to be able to connect with other BIPOC providers. I'd like to introduce you guys to a space where I usually help host our Dede Diner. When Kat and I first started the Dede Diner, we didn't know what to expect. We literally just jumped at the opportunity to dive right in. Through the work, we helped to create a safe space for our community to receive lactation support. And because of this, we've been able to connect and meet and support fellow Filipino moms and their babies and their breastfeeding journeys. We've also helped to hopefully inspire other breastfeeding supporters. And we just wanted to say thank you to Breastfeed LA for their continued guidance and support to helping us reach our community. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Catherine Cachata. I'm a mother, community organizer, a student, and I work full-time at Long Beach City College. My passion is in serving and empowering women and families of color in my community. Because of Breastfeed LA, I finally feel like I have a path and a purpose. I found a community in Breastfeed LA that made me feel seen and heard and affirmed me in my breastfeeding journey. I wouldn't be where I am today without Breastfeed LA. I am currently co-facilitating the Dede Diner Breastfeeding Support Group along with my wonderful mentor, Lynette Bello. Through this group, I'm able to connect with folks in my community to offer breastfeeding support and to highlight the Filipino experience, like our cultural foods that encourage milk flow, how our tight-knit families can be an amazing support system or an obstacle in our breast and chest feeding journeys, and how colonization has had profound impacts on our food systems, including breastfeeding. In 2021 and 2022, we met with our community virtually, and in 2023, we have plans to add an in-person support group in my hometown of Long Beach. Please help us make this happen by supporting Breastfeed LA's baby cafes.
I joined the Dede Diner when my baby was maybe closer to 9 weeks after I posted about my struggles with breastfeeding on Facebook, and Kat messaged me about joining. In the beginning, I struggled with supply and latching like many mamas out there, but really I was mostly just worried, period, and had lots of questions. There's way too much information on the internet, so I met with a lactation specialist and chose science and expertise over websites and other things even doctors would say. Dede Diner helped me find a space where I could get those scientifically based answers while building community with other Filipina-identified mamas. I always felt comfortable sharing what new challenges would arise in my breastfeeding journey and being a new mom in general. I felt heard, and most importantly, I no longer felt alone. Now my baby is 8 months, and we are still exclusively breastfeeding, plus some of those solids. Thank you so much. Shout out to Dede Diner.
Hi, I attend the Dee Dee's Diner Cafe in Long Beach, and being a new mother, it's really boggling, and so I'm just very grateful that I'm able to attend this group that is mainly of Filipino descent, and I'm just really glad that I found a space where I can be myself and also learn some tips and tricks on how to better provide for my baby.
Hi, my name is Sindel, and I heard about Dede Diner through a friend of mine, Kat. We grew up together, and she was actually a doula of mine in the past. So she referred me to Dede Diner so that I could continue my breastfeeding journey with my little one. Dede Diner is centered around, Filipino or Southeast Asian culture, because not only have they been helping with my breastfeeding journey, but it's also kind of an outlet for me to just kind of connect with other moms and just, know that I'm not the only one having issues. And a lot of times it's given us another way to connect. Just felt right at home with them. They were very patient with me. Because of my journey, I feel like I've had a lot of ups and downs, and they were very patient with me and understanding. And I don't think I would be breastfeeding today if I didn't have that support.
Next up is the amazing Jennifer Roberson to talk about our AIM Baby Cafe.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Roberson, Program Coordinator for Breastfeed LA. Among the many hats I wear, I run the AIM Baby Cafe and Long Beach Lactation Clinic. AIM stands for African American Infant and Maternal Mortality and is a county-wide initiative to improve birth outcomes for Black families. Breastfeed LA has been a proud partner in this work since its inception in 2018. AIM Baby Cafe started during the height of the pandemic and quickly mobilized to provide virtual lactation support for clients of the AIM Doula program, which serves Black and African American birthing families in Los Angeles County. Recently, the support group expanded to include all Black and African American families, not just those who had a doula through the county. In an effort to expand our support and reach, we opened the Long Beach Community Lactation Clinic through a grant from LA Care Plan to further our support for Black families. As a student in the lactation program, It has been an incredibly rewarding experience to serve my community in this capacity. And as a Black woman, health equity is extremely important to me, and I feel honored and proud to work for an organization that puts this at the forefront of our work.
As a nice surprise, here are a few words by folks like me who have been fortunate enough to work with Jennifer.
Jennifer, you are an absolute gem of a human, and it is such an honor to be a part of your team. I'm so glad that this gala is recognizing you for all of the amazing work that you do for our community. It has been incredible to watch you grow in your lactation career, and I'm so excited to watch you continue to grow and see all of the amazing things that you accomplish for the people in our community. Thank you for who you are and for all that you do.
This is my love letter to our team member, Jennifer Roberson. Jennifer Roberson has been such a blessing to both the organization Breastfeed LA and my personal self. She works tirelessly every single day, and she brings talents to the team that no one else possesses. She is so efficient and organized and helps us to work in a more effective manner to better serve our community. She brings with her such passion for Black families as well for all women, and especially for women of color. And it's been an honor and pleasure to work with her every single day. She's such a joy to work with, and she brings so much love and passion and compassion to this work. And I'm just lucky to know her and work beside her.
Jennifer, congratulations on this well-deserved honor. I've really loved getting to know you, and I look forward to us working together for many years to come.
Yes. The consensus is in. Jennifer is amazing. Breastfeed LA has been so lucky to have her apply her skills in such a wide scope of work with us. And we could not be more excited for her path towards becoming an amazing lactation consultant. I can't wait. Please make a donation to Breastfeed LA today so we can support more and more brilliant folks just like Jennifer on their paths to becoming lactation consultants. It's not cheap. Donate at the website on the screen.
Next, we are going to hear about our lactation education program and what it means to bring cultural safety to this work from the amazing Hannah Hallowell herself.
As we begin, I think it's important to take a moment and tell you a little bit about me and what makes me qualified to talk to you about this. First and foremost, my name is Hannah. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm an international board-certified lactation consultant. Secondly, I'm the mother of 4 children and foster parent to 2 incredible bonus babies. I'm also the clinical director for Breastfeed LA, and until recently, I served on the lactation and perinatal education team at Eisner Women's Health and Martin Luther King Jr. Community Hospital. I've been working with birthing and lactating people in Los Angeles for the last 15 years. I love my work because it's one of the many ways that I show love for my community. So this is me. My father's family came to America as refugees during the Vietnam War, and soon after, my father met my mother, who was teaching ESL classes in Central California. And of course, the result was, like me, this eternally optimistic, socially justice-obsessed person who believes in the good of all people. Growing up, I was one of the only Asian people that I knew, other than my immediate family. And throughout my childhood, I often found my sense of belonging with others who, while different from me in loads of ways, shared an identity as a hyphenated American. And in fact, I'm still most comfortable in spaces where that identity is understood and acknowledged. I moved around a lot in my early childhood, and because of this, I actually didn't learn to fully read until I was in the 4th grade. My siblings always excelled at school, but I was always a mediocre at best student, and defying all racial stereotypes, I was particularly bad at math and science. Well, at least that's what I thought. So after high school, I attended 1 year of traditional college before dropping out, moving across the country, and getting pregnant with my first son. I was 4 children in and over 30 when I finished my bachelor's degree. Being referred to as an adult learner always had me wanting to dig a big hole, get in it, and never climb out. But adult learn I did, and in a short time that really felt like a very long time, I graduated magna cum laude with a degree in social work. And in May, I graduate with my master's in public health with a concentration in urban health disparities. challenging everything that I was ever told about being bad at math and science. So at this point, you might be asking, why am I choosing to tell you all of this about me? I share this very small piece of my story with you because somewhere in all that mess and all that doubt and joy and so many children, I became a lactation consultant. And for my students, and maybe for some of you, there might be parts of you or parts of this story that you identify with. Maybe a time where you felt like everything that made up who you are didn't belong in these professional lactation spaces. Or in order to be worthy of that seat at the table, you had to leave behind pieces of your truth, of the knowledge, of the wisdom that only you possess because of the years and years of study, whether by books or what comes from moving through life in your body. I share this little bit about me so that you know how important it is for my students to come to this space as themselves. I also share these things so that you can understand what informs my work and to what degree I hold an awareness about the power dynamics at play within myself and in the spaces I inhabit. In a 2019 survey by USLCA, we can clearly see the landscape of lactation care providers in the United States by self-identified race ethnicity. Professional lactation is overwhelmingly female, white, and middle class. While these statistics alone are enough cause for concern as we consider the economic and personal well-being of those interested in pursuing lactation as a formal profession, we must also consider this landscape in the context of alarming racial disparities in infant feeding methods. In California alone, we see a 20% difference in the prevalence of exclusive breastfeeding between racial groups, mirroring other disparate health outcomes disproportionately impacting communities of color. In short, not only is the field of lactation overwhelmingly white, but communities of color may be the most in need of accessible and exceptional lactation support services to meet infant feeding goals. Although health disparities and unequal care are multifaceted, research has indicated that culturally responsive lactation support can contribute to higher initiation and duration rates among lactating individuals and their babies. With this in mind, following Breastfeed LA's 2017 strategic planning process and our 2018 Equity Summit, it became glaringly obvious that one way to address the racial disparities in infant feeding in Los Angeles was to help train the next generation of lactation professionals. Witnessing the serious deficit of Black, Indigenous, and people of color lactation consultants in Los Angeles and around the nation, we saw the need for a culturally affirming, intersectional, holistic, and financially accessible lactation course. So how do we do it? Well, I'm going to share with you a little bit about what we're doing here in LA to address these issues and how it's going for us so far. We often refer to our lactation education programming as our love letter to LA. So born out of our community-informed strategic planning process and our community-organized Equity Summit in 2018, Breastfeed LA created our first lactation education specialist course, largely in response to the needs outlined by community members. Within our course structure, we pride ourselves on our commitment to creating shared learning spaces that honor lived experience, community knowledge, and self-awareness. Everything we create is not only for our students, but with them. In early 2018, our 45-hour lactation education specialist course was launched, welcoming community doulas, midwives, home visitors, family support specialists, nurses, and family advocates from across Los Angeles. In the first year of our program, we successfully graduated over 100 new lactation education specialists in LA County, but we knew that there was more that we could do. So after speaking with students, local health care facilities, and of course our community partners, Breastfeed LA decided to create our lactation consultant education course, providing the remaining 50 hours needed for students to complete their 95 hours of lactation-specific education required by the IBLCE, and creating a pathway for students towards IBCLC certification. In 2020, our program received LERC approval, the highest recognition of quality lactation education worldwide. In January of 2021, we launched our first ever clinical lactation training program. We enrolled 20 students into our clinical program, and they are currently completing their directly supervised clinical hours at various hospitals and community clinics throughout California. Most recently in 2022, in response to COVID-19 and the increased barriers students faced in gaining their clinical hours, we launched a clinical lactation training lab, or the Lactation Lab, as students call it, where we meet virtually twice a week to offer free lactation support services to parents in our community, preparing students to perform basic lactation management skills in a supportive cohort setting with direct IBCLC mentorship, guidance, and feedback. To date, our program has engaged over 800 learners from across the nation. In partnership with our generous donors and other community-based organizations, we've provided over 150 scholarships. We've partnered with over 26 clinical sites throughout California, and we're working closely with the Kansas Breastfeeding Coalition to apply our clinical lactation training program model to create additional mentorship opportunities outside of California. Thus far, 3 of our students have sat for and successfully passed the IBCLC exam, while 20 additional students are in the process of completing their eligibility requirements. And while these figures are very important, and Breastfeed LA actively tracks this and other demographic data, we primarily measure the success of our program through the feedback from our students. The experience of our students and how we operationalize improvement to better meet their learning needs is actually our greatest measure of success. And in order to demonstrate this qualitative measure, who better to hear from than our students themselves?
Hi, Hannah. Congratulations. Just a few words from your fellow whole entire IBCLC. Congratulations. I pray that at this point you feel incredibly seen, heard, and appreciated as you have done for me and a host of others. May life continue to bless you and be prosperous, and we continue in this great work. Blessings, my warrior sister.
Hello, my name is Alejandra Gianetta Trias, and I'm from East Los Angeles. I am a birth worker and a mom of 2 incredible little ones. And thanks to Breastfeed LA, I'm a future IBCLC. I want to thank Breastfeed LA for their incredible lactation education cohorts that have really been an inspiration for me. Have really been a place where I have seen myself as somebody who could be in the lactation field and has made it possible for me to pursue this for my community. So thank you, Breastfeed LA, and all the folks who've been part of our cohorts. You do incredible work.
Hannah, I can't believe it's been so many years since I met you in a coffee shop in Silver Lake when we were both just starting out in our lactation careers here in Los Angeles. It's been so much fun watching your career bloom and seeing where your journey has taken you. You are such an amazing human and you have so much to offer the lactation community. Thank you for all you're doing in educating the next generation of lactation consultants and for your work helping families feed your babies. You're amazing and keep doing what you're doing.
Hey, Hannah. Thank you so much just for being a brilliant partner, a collaborator, co-conspirator, and a friend. I really and truly view you as a true definition of an ally and a co-conspirator to advance equity. I'm so grateful for your leadership and for your advocacy, especially for Black families regarding lactation. I really believe and see the value that you're adding in terms of changing systems and care delivery, both locally and across the state. And I'm so excited just to see you continue to grow and thrive both personally and professionally. And just know that I will always be here cheering you on and supporting you every step of the way. So thanks for all you do, and cheers to you, my friend.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vanessa Bird Walker, and I am currently a student of Miss Hannah. And I'm here just to say a few words about her, but honestly, I could really talk to her and talk about her for hours. She is the most encouraging person, the most caring, the most knowledgeable person. I'm so glad that our paths crossed. They almost didn't. I almost didn't take the lactation education course, but she personally reached out to me, gave me the information that I needed, and just really set me up for this journey that I'm on. And I'm just so grateful for her. So Hannah, I just wanted to say thank you for all that you're doing. And I mean, even though our class is almost over that we're currently in, I'm going to stay in contact with you forever. You have made such an impression on my life, and I'm so glad to have you a part of this journey that I'm on now. So just thank you.
Aw, that's awesome. Hannah is so respected, so intentional, and so impactful in this work. Next, we are going to hear from Milan Spencer, Executive Board Member.
Greetings. My name is Milan Spencer, and I'm a certified lactation education counselor, and I am a current member of Breastfeed LA's Board of Directors. Welcome to our 2022 fundraising gala. I want to take a moment to speak on Breastfeed LA as an organization that is dear to my heart and one I wholeheartedly stand behind. Breastfeed LA works to improve the health and well-being of infants and families across Los Angeles County by advocating, promoting, and supporting breast and chest feeding with a reproductive justice framework in mind that works to improve the landscape of breast chest feeding support for communities of color and works to address the lack of representation of Black, Indigenous, and people of color in the birth and lactation profession. Breastfeed LA trains diverse cohorts of lactation education specialists and provides opportunities for those seeking to become IBCLCs to complete their clinical training hours. I donate to support these wonderful efforts and very real, actionable solutions to leveling the playing field for all families in Los Angeles County around breast and chest feeding access and success. I'm a mother of 3 beautiful children. I feel like I've had every experience as it relates to breastfeeding my children. I've had a journey where I did not meet my intended exclusive breastfeeding goal. I tried to access lactation help and did not have the helpful support that looked like me, understood me and my baby and our specific needs. I've been an exclusively pumping mama. I know the challenges faced there. I've supplemented and beat myself up for it. I've also had the alternative experience where I exceeded my breastfeeding goal twice because of the knowledge, skills, and access to a Black IBCLC I had during those times. They really changed the game for me and my family. I donate because I know that Breastfeed LA puts money into ensuring those resources are available for all families who need them. Now I'm asking you to donate in support of Breastfeed LA and the work they do, especially if you are, have been, plan to be, or know someone who is breast chest feeding individual or family. If you care about equitable solutions that address the unique needs that face all types of families, including those in the LGBTQIA community, as well as Black, Indigenous, and people of color, who often struggle to sustain our breast and chest feeding journeys due to lack of support. If you understand the importance of lactation consultants and lactation educators that represent the diversity that exists in Los Angeles County and want to see this workforce grow and expand, and if you simply have a passion for breast and chest feeding and a desire to see all individuals who desire to be successful in their feeding journey succeed, please donate. Join myself and donate to Breastfeed LA during this year's 2022 fundraising gala. Your dollars go directly to address gaps that currently exist in the lactation community in Los Angeles County around the diversity of our workforce. We appreciate every dollar and every cent, and we hope that you choose to give to support and expand the work that Breastfeed LA continues to do. Thank you so much, everyone, and as always, be well.
Thank you so much for sharing, Milan. Yes, folks. Let's take a quick moment to check in on our silent auction. Looks like some of the top item tickets to Disneyland and Knoxbury Farm and a $500 gift card. Check your bids. Bid now and get them for a steal. Remember that all donations benefit Breastfeed LA, so come support more families in our community.
Now we'd like to welcome our amazing community partners from Emanate Health, along with our incredible Senior Program Manager, Cindy Young.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear their story.
So I'm just going to jump right in, team, and I'm going to ask a few questions. First question here. Tell us about your experience working with Breastfeed LA.
I'll start off. I just want to say thank you for letting us share our story, our journey through this, getting through Baby Friendly, for your support. Cindy was has been there also for quite some time. And, I remember us driving weekly, was it, for our Birth and Beyond classes. And we got really great ideas and we were excited to start our journey.
Well, I would like to talk a little bit of the history of when we become Baby Friendly. I remember it was my day off and I got a phone call from one of my coworkers and she was really excited telling me that we were going to become baby friendly. And I got really scared. I was doing grocery shopping, and all I can think is, we don't have the manpower to do this. We don't have the manpower to do this. But thank God, Heidi Funk got aboard. And Heidi met Wendy McGraw, and Wendy McGraw referred to us, to you guys. And you guys help us to train the nurses who did the Birth and Beyond. And I remember being on that class too with them. And with your help and all the classes that we took, all of our staff got trained. And now all of my nurses know how to help to breastfeed. And I remember also that some of our pediatricians and some of our old doctors, they were not really happy aboard, but slowly they just start changing their minds. And then we start getting new doctors, and they were really agree with our new ideas, and we got the designation. And yeah, it was really a kind of a smooth thing to the classes, and think that you guys help us to train all of our nurses. So thank you to Heidi, thank you to Cindy McGraw, and Wendy McGraw, and we still have that relationship with WIC. WIC has always been a big supporter of us. So thanks to those ladies that make everything possible.
All right, let's move on to our next question here. So why was it important to become a milk collection site through Breastfeed LA's Donor Milk Collection Site program?
Oh, such an important program. And it was very important for us to provide that service in our service area. There isn't any collection center anywhere near our location. So we wanted to bring that into our community to enhance the number of breastfeeding moms and to be able to get that donated milk in to support those NICU babies that need it so much. It's so rewarding for moms to help other moms. And when we started our collection center, it was our NICU moms that are the ones that initially really got our milk collection center off the ground and getting milk in. And now we have a very steady flow from multiple sources. So it's been amazing. It's very rewarding. One of the most rewarding parts of what I do for my job. And Breastfeed LA was there every step of the way, because again, just like our Baby Friendly, we don't know anything about opening a collection center. So Breastfeed LA walked us through that whole process from A to Z, gave us the support and the resources that we needed, even secured funding for us for our freezer so that we have a place to store our milk. Facilitated, again, so much has been mentioned about the networking that Breastfeed LA provides, and we were able to have a little field trip to Antelope Valley to see their milk collection center and see how they had set their program up. So it's invaluable. Breastfeed LA is an invaluable resource for so many different things, and the milk collection center is just a prime example of how we've been able to bring that into our community. And we even just started giving donor milk for our inpatient population. So that's new to us too. So we're very appreciative for all of the efforts in being able to support our communities.
That's a true win. I'm excited about that. That's news to me. Yeah. fresh off the press here. That's wonderful. And I believe you all won an award too for the highest collection site a few years ago. Yes. That was yeah. So you are really making a difference within your community. That's very impressive. So
we collect about 9,000 ounces. The 2 years before, last year we got 11,000 ounces.
Wow.
And we're already over that for this year. So we're well over 11,000 ounces so far for this year. We're doing we're established in the community, and we hosted a milk drive, which really every little thing to spread the word. So
that's incredible. I can't do the math in my head, but imagine how many meals that would be for our little NICU friends, right? Yeah. That's a lot of meals right there. So congratulations on that. That's quite an accomplishment. Over 11,000 ounces of milk collected. And the year's not even over yet.
No, we're still going.
Still going strong. Well, that's wonderful to hear. All right, I'm going to ask another question now. Why was it important for your staff to join and participate in the API Breastfeeding Task Force? And for those of you who don't know what API is, that stands for the Asian Pacific Islander Breastfeeding Task Force.
I'm a member for the API, so for me, it's the same thing. It's like we share idea, we provide informations, and we share the resource. I got a referral from Huntington Memorial. They had a Chinese speaking patients and she really needed help. So they referred to us. So I talked to her over the phone. I invited her to join our support group and she kept coming until her problem was solved. And she was very happy she was able to find a resource. And also, I have talked to the Martin Luther King, the outpatient, I think the breastfeeding person in charge, or placenta. Some people like to consume placenta. I think Martin Luther King has a lot of patients does that too. So we share a lot of ideas and like, why are they doing that? What should we do to help them out when they have the idea? So I feel like this is the same thing. It's like we share information, we share resource, and the networking is really helping us to serve patients better.
Here, a common theme here with Breastfeed LA's role, we really help folks to network and to like coordinate, sharing of resources. It's just great to hear that in action in our community. Why was it important for you all to take on a clinical student from Breastfeed LA, and what was your experience working with our student?
Well, that has been great because your students, when you're a student, you come with that, they want to learn. They so fascinated with breastfeeding. And they have a lot of energy and they want to learn a lot. So to me, because I'm the one that they follow, it's so important to give them everything what I've been learning in all these years. I don't want them to start like me from zero. No, I want to give them all my experience so I can empower them to empower other women. So the mother at the end is the one who's going to have the best result breastfeeding her baby. So let me tell you, it's not that they only learn from me. I learn from them because they come with this enthusiastic to learn. So the students that you send us, they're so energetic and they have so much passion for breastfeeding that it's very easy to teach. So I hope you guys keep, working, have your program, send it to us because I learned from them a lot.
Yeah, at the beginning when they told us the breastfeeding were going to send us a student with so much headache, but we really enjoy it. We really enjoy it. Every one of them, we love them, and I hope you keep sending it one at a time. One at a time.
That's what I love about Ching. She doesn't hold back. But I'm glad that it worked out for all of you and that it was a positive experience. And we also have to thank you because you may or may not know that finding a clinical site is one of the biggest barriers to becoming a lactation professional. It's very difficult for many students to find a place to get those hours and to find a mentor who's willing to work with them and share their experiences and skills with them. So we're really grateful for our sites and for the time that you spend with our students because it makes a world of difference to our students.
Yeah,
which is a great help, which is a great segue into our next question for Yvonne. What was your experience like as a clinical student at Emanate Health? Can you share with us?
Yeah, it was really wonderful, kind of going back to your point about how difficult it was to find a clinical site. Because of the pandemic, I wasn't able to find a site, and thank goodness for Breastfeed LA. You found me the site at Eminent, and at first I was like, oh my goodness, this is a drive, but I was like, I don't care. And then when I spoke to Ching, she was just such a breath of fresh air because I told her, like, Ching, can I possibly do, because she told me there's nights available. And I said, can I also do nights? And Ching said, yes. Are you sure? I'm like, yes. So it was really nice because I was able to, Laura gave me the best advice by saying, you want to make sure that you shadow all of us. And so I was able to have my preceptorship with Laura, the amazing Laura, the Ching, and with Yuri, who is the the night shift lactation consultant. And as Laura said, I did learn so much from all three of them that now in my practice, I incorporate so much from what I learned from the three of them. And I am forever grateful for the experience, because if it wasn't, sorry, I'm getting all emotional. Sorry, it's just because it was really hard during the pandemic to find a place, and Breastfeed LA is so amazing. And to have the start to work with Laura and Ching, I couldn't have asked for better preceptorships. They're so loving, they're so caring. And really, Anjanette has done an amazing job with her AM nurses and her PM nurses. It's just such a cohesive, it's such a family there at Eminent. And it really is a gift as a student to learn from them. Sorry, I get all emotional. It's kind of silly, but thank you.
It's a beautiful story. And I need to give a little credit to our clinical director, Hannah, who is also known as our matchmaker, because she really takes each student and considers their strengths, what they need to learn, and places them in locations where she knows that they'll thrive. So she does a really good job of finding places that will help you to develop your skills, where you'll shine, and where people will hire you, which is what happened at Emanate Health after you were done with your hours, and they were so impressed by you that they hired you. So that's just a wonderful, happy ending to that story.
Thank you. That was great. We are so thankful for our community partners and for you, Cindy. I'm not the only one who thinks you're amazing. All of these other folks have some words to share about you also.
Cindy, I am just thrilled that you are being acknowledged, and I just want to say it's been a pleasure working with you for so many years when I was with WIC, and especially with the RHBCs. I couldn't have done that work without you. You were my best buddy and partner. And again, congratulations, and I'm so happy you're being acknowledged.
I've had the honor and privilege of working with Cindy Young for over 10 years. And I wanted to say what an amazing woman she is. So soft-spoken, yet strong. And I've watched her over the years and seen she's a master of diplomacy at the Regional Breastfeeding Consortium meetings.
Hello, this is Rawina Pratap, Associate Director of Postpartum Nursery and Lactation Services at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. I would like to echo Breastfeed LA and their team, especially Cindy Young, who's the program manager, who has helped us, and we have worked with her the last couple of years to streamline our breastfeeding processes, our rates, best practice and outcomes for our moms and babies. Cindy, you're great and love to work with you all.
Congratulations to Cindy for this honor today that you're getting from Breastfeed LA. It certainly is well deserved, and it's been a pleasure working with you. I feel like that you're part of my family, as with everybody else. Your infectious laugh really brings people together, and you're just steadfast in your goals and to support the Asian American Native Hawaiian Pacific Islanders group, and boy, I wish you the best.
Cindy is sort of a legend. I mean, she's been with Breastfeed LA for a decade. She's also been a part of guiding over 40 hospitals to become baby-friendly, helping them make chest feeding a priority, and an obtainable supported goal for countless families. She co-founded the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Lactation Collaborative of California and the API Breastfeeding Task Force. Celebrate Cindy today, right now, with a donation.
Hold up, she's been here a decade?
Yes.
But Cindy, she's like the youngest one.
What?
And one last reminder to check on those bids. Remember, the auction closes on Giving Tuesday, November 29th. Share this event and our work. Tag us and hashtag BFLA 2022. And now, a final word from the president of Breastfeed LA's board of directors, Nikisha Robinson.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I am Nikisha Robinson, board president of Breastfeed LA. It's amazing to think about all that we have accomplished in the 28 years since Breastfeed LA was first established. What's even more amazing and exciting is to think of where we are headed and what the future holds for us. In 2018, I had the pleasure to co-chair the two-day Breastfeed LA Equity Summit at the California Endowment. The purpose was to examine breastfeeding inequities and disparities with those involved in policy, quality improvement, and care coordination for maternal-child services to inspire them to listen to the community voice and take action to better support families in the perinatal period. Program speakers included I Dream for Racial Health Equity, Sister Song, the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health, and many local partners and advocates passionate about reproductive justice. A report was written to highlight disparities in infant feeding, make specific recommendations, and serve as a call to action for decision makers to make real change. 2023 will mark the 5th anniversary of the summit. Many of the recommendations from the 2018 summit have been put into place. However, here in Los Angeles, there is an urgency to reconvene decision makers, care coordinators, and concerned community members to discuss overcoming new barriers to care. With your support, we can quickly mobilize, convene, and work as a community to make change. Be on the lookout for ways you can get involved in our summit planning over the next few months. It takes all of us to make this happen, and we need and welcome your support. With you, our community partners, friends, and allies by our side, we can do this. I'm excited for the 2023 Equity Summit and hope you will join us. Thank you for your continued support in helping us further our mission.
Thank you so much, Nikisha. I'm so excited for the Equity Summit next year. Let's raise some money and support the summit. On that note, pull out your phones, make a donation to this important work. Thank you to our amazing sponsors and for all of you for being with us today. Our work would not be possible without our incredible supporters like you. Join us over in the silent auction through Giving Tuesday and enjoy our final video. For those of you who don't know, this is our version of the viral TikTok trend.
Show your breastfed baby your boobs and get their reaction.
Hey, Boots. 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 Mavis, look. Mavis.
Mickey. Lady. Mickey.
You want Keely? Keely. You want some of these? This one? Ah. Hi, buddy. Okay.
That's
Drop my hat, let me see them titties. Gonna take along with those two old bitties. Areolas looking nice, nipples looking real pretty. Come on, let me gain her at your boobs.